You must be the new villain I've heard about. Yes, I know who you are, my dear. Which brings me to my next question. Why am I tied up in this room? What did you even tie me to? A table? Really? I thought it was a gazebo. For heaven's sake, I know this is a table. I want to know what the thing between my feet is. Because I can currently only see the edge of it. Really? A buzzsaw? Why are you trying to threaten me with a good time? Oh, you think that because I'm in danger, the velvet rose will appear. You know, I am flattered that you think that my peril will attract such a prominent hero. However, I really doubt that she'll come to save me. More importantly, how did you think this would go in the first place? The saw is at my feet. There's nothing to guide it upwards to my hips, and the ropes keep me close to the legs of the table. So, I doubt this is going the way you think it is. Oh, you plan to cut through the table first, and then through me. That might just work. However, it's such a waste of a table. Like seriously, that thing must be an antique. I wouldn't waste it for such a cheap magic trick. Come on, I'm not even dressed for the occasion. If you want to ruin such a lovely table, the damsel tied to it should at least look the part. But no, you just picked me up off the street. Really? Isn't there some kind of villain code preventing you from this? I mean, you guys have so many codes. There has to be at least one about such moments. Screw the rules. I don't know who you are, but you are not Seto Kaiba. You can't buy your way out of it. Imagine what the other villains in the city will do the moment they hear what you think of their rules. Like, cutting me in two is one thing. Sure, most of them wouldn't be cool with it, since we don't have a relationship. Seriously, if I was an ex-girlfriend, they could just look over the whole table thing. But you just picked up a random girl to ruin her clothes, hurt her, and destroy such a lovely table. No, I'm serious. The villains around here have a certain class to them, and acting like that will never get you onto their level. Should I tell you why exactly I'm sure of it? Oh, it's rather simple. You were so busy listening to me talking about this table that you didn't even notice that I already untied my hands. Oh no, you got a remote in your hands. Just what will I do? Right. I'm not fast enough to untie my legs before the saw reaches my unprotected body. You know, that is actually true, if I had a need to untie them. It's not like you kidnapped a gymnast or anything. I'm going to tell you what happens in a moment if you press that button. The moment that blade moves, I'm going to push myself into a bridge, faster than the saw can cut into the table. Then it'll move under me and maybe mess up my hair. In either case, I'll stand up from the bridge and free myself. And then I'll tie you up and drag you to wherever those villains meet so they can talk about your treatment of antiques. Because that actually wasn't a lie to distract you. They all are weirdly into that stuff. That's what I thought, dear. I'll tell you what. It'll take me about 40 seconds to untie those knots. So how about you start to run? Because if I catch you, I will show you a proper magic trick. And I doubt Rose or any other hero could undo what I'm thinking of. So tick-tock, little villain. Really, Rose? Now you decide to appear? Not when I was actually in danger? Ugh, typical hero. Just showing up to capture the villain after the dramatics are gone. Oh, you were watching us? Since when? When I started arguing about the table. You know, Miss Hero, I wouldn't have minded to be interrupted. No, you can have them. I wouldn't want to make my hands dirty with the likes of them. On the other hand, if you are free later on, there is an actual magic trick I could need your assistance with. Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me.